Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. I want to discuss my summer convention plans with you guys. I will be at 2 shows this year so far. That's what I've got planned. I'm going to be a guest at these 2 shows, so let's get to it. Video Game Summit, July 17th, near Chicago. Now, I've never done Video Game Summit before, but I've heard it's a great show, and this will be its 17th year, so it's been going on a long time. They have a vendor's room, and this year there'll be a Tetris Attack tournament. I love Tetris Attack for the Super Nintendo, so that'll be fun. They're going to have a Yar's Revenge tournament as well, one of the best games for the Atari 2600. And in addition to me, they're going to have Paul E. Niemeyer as a guest there. Now, he did the artwork for the original Mortal Kombat. More importantly, at least to me, now I love Mortal Kombat, but Paul goes way back, very old school. He did the artwork for Tron. Holy cow, he worked on Tron. Amazing. He also did artwork for Tapper, Pac-Man Plus, Super Pac-Man, Professor Pac-Man, Wacko, which is a crazy, you might say Wacko arcade game, Spy Hunter, which I always sucked at but enjoyed anyway, and Satan's Hollow, one of my favorite shooters. Can't wait to talk to Paul about games like Super Pac-Man. Probably my favorite game in the Pac-Man series. Love it. Maybe tied with Miss Pac-Man. Anyway, that'll be awesome. Now I'm looking forward to going back to Chicago. So like I said, I'd never been to Video Game Summit before, but I have been to Chicago. My wife and I went a couple of years or so ago and had a great time. Can't wait to go back and have their excellent pizza. And I'm not a stay in a hotel kind of guy. When I go to these conventions, I love getting out on foot and exploring these cities, have a great time. Looking forward to returning to the Bean in Chicago. If you know what that is, just this crazy sculpture. And I just love, it's a beautiful city. It's a great, the architecture is amazing. And I have never been to Galloping Ghost Arcade outside of Chicago. When my wife and I went before, we weren't there for gaming. We were just, we were on an anniversary or something. Chris, you can tell me in the comments what anniversary it was. Anyway, was it our 25th? I don't know. We went to Chicago for some celebration, had a great time. But it was so much fun, but we weren't there for gaming. But this time we definitely are, and we're going to go to Galloping Ghost Arcade outside of Chicago. I've heard it's amazing, it's huge, it's got a ton of games, including some rare stuff. Can't wait for that. Okay, so a little bit later in the summer, 1 week in fact later, is Classic Game Fest, July 24th and 25th in Austin. Now, like I said, I've never done Video Game Summit before, but I do Classic Game Fest every year because it's in driving distance of me, about 3 hours away. Can't wait to go back because it's always an amazing show. And we missed it last year because of COVID. It was canceled. But this year, it is full-blown Classic Game Fest. COVID restrictions have been lifted. There's going to be a ton of people there. It's going to be a blast. And every year, I sell a ton of books because they've got great crowds. And people are very enthusiastic. Austin is a great reading city. They've got great bookstores, very high literary rate. Boy, easy for me to say. Very literate of you, Brett. A great literary crowd in Austin. If you look up, best cities for books or readers or whatever, Austin is always right up there. I love it. Now, at Classic Game Fest, they have live music, a massive vendor show. It's the biggest retro gaming show in Texas. They've got panels. It's got just about everything you would want at a video game convention. Brian F. Collin will be a guest there. He was the designer of games like Rampage, Arch Rivals, and others. Friend of mine, I've interviewed him before, and I've spoken with him several times at different shows. And Paul E. Niemeyer, coincidentally enough, will be at this show as well. In addition to Video Game Summit, he will be at Classic Game Fest. So it'll be cool to talk to him again with some frame of reference at the next show. And John St. John, the voice of Duke Nukem, will be there. He'll be interesting to talk to. And George Grayson, YouTuber and streamer, G to the Next Level. I've interviewed him before for my YouTube channel. He's a great guy, super nice guy, so it'll be cool to talk to him. Now, I love going down to Austin because 6th Street is a super cool scene, lively, crazy. great live music, all kinds of nutty characters everywhere, a big scene, and it'll be great. It's a blast, especially on Friday and Saturday nights. And I like to park my car a little ways away from 6th Street and walk over Congress Avenue Bridge, which is the scene of every night at sunset, especially, you know, at certain times of the year. But pretty much every night, just tons of bats fly over the bridge, and it is an amazing sight to see. Austin has the largest urban bat population in the world. Really cool. And Austin's like Chicago. It's a great walking city with beautiful architecture. Lots to do. Cannot wait. And like to visit my niece Kara and her family while we're down there. And it's really cool. So anyway, I will be at Video Game Summit July 17th near Chicago, and Classic Game Fest July 24th and 25th. That's my summer convention plan so far. And I want to know from you guys, what video game conventions are you going to this year? I'd love to hear from you. Now, I'll be at some other shows later in the year, which I will talk about in another video. But for now, just concentrating on this summer. Again, Video Game Summit, July 17th near Chicago, and Classic Game Fest, July 24th and 25th in Austin. And I will put links to these shows in the description of this video. But I love comments from you guys. I love hearing from you guys. Let me know what shows you'll be at and what shows you recommend. And if you're a convention promoter and you're interested in having me out as a guest, feel free to send me a message, comment on this this video, reach out to me on social media. I'm really easy to find, and I'll put a link to my website where you can reach me as well. If you'd like to have me out at your show, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I love doing gaming conventions, and I've been in the industry a very long time as a writer, as a journalist, and now as a YouTuber. Absolutely love it. And I've worked for some different video game companies, writing the manuals or their fan magazines or whatever. Anyway, love to hear from you guys. All right, we will talk to you in another video. You guys have an awesome day, an awesome week, and an awesome summer. We'll talk to you later. If you're a fan of my work, you might want to consider supporting me on Patreon. For just a low fee each month, you get a lot of extra content. Another way to support the channel and my writing career is to buy books direct from me, including the 100 Greatest Console Video Games, the Classic Home Video Game Series. It's like an encyclopedia set. And this massive bad boy, the NES Omnibus Volume 1 A through L. I will put links in the description of this video where you can buy books direct from me and where you can support me on Patreon. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.